Hello everyone, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we're back with Battle Report number 36, 036 as you like to point out.
Yes, there's a 0 in the front.
There always is.
The-
This time playing King of Equitaine, and we've seen this army before if you've watched previous reports. Same, you've seen this, maybe not this configuration, this
Right, I think he's been tweaking it.
army.
He hasn't, this upon some of you, we haven't seen in a while. He's been kind of busy.
Correct.
So he got a little confused with the 1-3 requirements.
He did.
Yeah.
And some of the changes he
And
wasn't
some of the
quite
changes
aware of.
he wasn't aware of.
Quite all right.
Right.
I mean, our game nights are generally just pick up
Yes.
fun games anyway.
It's for having fun. It's not for
Yeah, so if things aren't
overly
quite
competitive.
right, who cares?
Yes, exactly.
I did my list when I did not even have a written up list when I did this. But when I got home and did up my list finally, when I kind of put together this list, because I thought, oh well, let me see what this works out to, because I might try this in the future.
Right.
I came up like 150 points short,
Ah,
so I had room for something.
don't
else.
tell him that. He'll feel even.
Yeah, well, no. Anyway, so anyway, Huzzah Hobbies is where we played, one of our local game stores, and there it goes. Okay. Again, I don't have lists for either side in this game,
Yeah, we figure out most of it.
but most of it's simple. This is kind of my list that I took for Grail Quest, but it was modified down because I had to make some changes.
I see grotlings
And
and a chariot.
Well, this is another thing I did not
And
do.
a giant.
This was version 1.3, so I did not have a third Grotling base for each of these, even though they're free now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, starting over here on the left, I had a giant who replaced the Jabberwock, 6 Dashers, a spider, a big Gargantula, a unit of Forest Goblin Raiders.
Put them up front, huh?
Put them up front. Well, I mean, I've got Vanguard to go still, so
Yeah.
they'll get out of his way. 2 of the big wrecking teams.
Mm-hmm.
This is my new favorite character, the cave goblin on the cave
giant,
squig.
Yeah,
Giant cave squig, or
giant. Was it Cave Nasher?
cave gnasher? Yes. These things are fantastic still.
Yep.
2 units of grotlings, another unit of spider
and
riders.
cheaper than a horse for a Kingdom of Equitaine. Did I mention that?
Well, not quite. He's 12 points more than an Equitaine horse. He's 122, not 110.
Okay.
So
Well, they did drop them down. They're 85 now.
no, they're not. don't try to fool me with that. They're 105.
No.
It's just other points is covered. Again, this is my big unit of boar boys. I think there's 12 of them here. Yeah, there's 12 because I have a general over here and a BSB stuck in here as well. The Goblin BSB is riding along with them.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's not. He's out here now. Anyway, my general, still the same guy. The plates of Tuck Tack, +1 strength weapon, potion of speed, and the 4-up ward save.
Okay.
So tough 6 is really good. I'm
Yes,
liking that a lot.
yes, it is.
I'm really liking that build. A plain orc chariot, just to fill points because I had to pull a character out to get down on the character points. Since now this Gargantula counts towards my character points.
Right. With 1-3.
Because
Yeah.
he still has a character on this one. I still have a character on this one. My BSB armor fortune. It's a goblin on a wolf with a. What's he got? He's got the armor fortune, the heavy armor with 5-up ward.
You haven't brought back your Vanguarding
And the
bunker yet,
sword.
huh?
No, and then all 3 of these are boar boys.
Regular board boys.
Regular boar boys. No
Command?
wolf riders.
Command.
Full command in all of them.
Okay.
And all
then
4 of these.
Another
And another
character
cave squig hero.
Cave
Cave
Nasher.
Nasher
Great,
hero.
is it Great Cave Nasher
Sorry,
or something
Great
like that?
Cave Nasher thing.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Over on his side, he's got a unit of Grail Knights with a damsel.
Yep.
He's got a unit of Knights of the Realm. And this one right here, I believe, is his general.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one? Yeah, I think that's his general. Another big, huge Knights of the Realm.
12's not huge, but yeah.
No, looks big to me. 2 units of the
Mounted Yeoman,
and 8 more Grail Knights. This one, he has a BSB in here.
This is where he was cheating.
This is one of the things he did incorrectly. He's got a BSB in here who did not have the Grail virtue.
Right.
So, not a big deal. I mean, he could have easily put the 20 points or whatever and given him that and put him in there. Anyway.
And a unit of Pegasus.
And a unit of Pegasus Knights.
This is in the game that he had the Questing Knights? Oh no, that was the other one the other day.
That was a more recent game.
Yeah,
that was the game we were watching.
Right. Yeah. One with the against the undead.
Correct. Yeah.
The mostly painted undead.
There's a closer picture of him.
Yes.
There's his general right there.
Right.
Actually, this is his general. Okay. This is his general. This guy. That's his general model.
Okay. It is a general model.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Just a closer picture of those.
Opposed to a specific model.
So, after Vanguard, I came out.
So we got two hills.
Oh, sorry. 2 hills. Let's back up to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We can show it the better.
2 hills, 2 woods.
2 hills. This big
flammable field.
A flammable field, a hedge.
And a hedge. And a building. Okay.
Yep. And look, these have trees on them.
Yes, I see that. They're operating in the 3rd dimension.
What's this?
They're operating in the 3rd dimension.
Yes. Moving forward, so I vanguarded up like this, just to get up closer.
This is all the terrain from the local hobby shop.
It is.
Yes, except for the
board.
Ground board, which is yours.
The ground mat is mine.
Yeah.
That's what's really nice about this hobby shop is they have terrain. You're free to use it.
Right.
So you don't have to bring terrain.
Yep.
I still bring the mat because I really like this mat.
Right.
But you don't have to bring terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Vanguard, and I have first move. Turn 1. I just move up. I'm just going to get right in these guys' face. I've got a lot of throwing weapons. You know, these guys have throwing weapons. These guys all have throwing weapons. I'm just trying to shoot them up. And then if they charge me, I'll stand and shoot again. Maybe get another one if I get lucky. That kind of thing.
And try to get them chaffed up.
Yep. See my boar riders over here on the right, just circling around. There's the cave Nasher guy hiding behind them.
Yep.
Everyone else just kind of repositioning, bouncing around. And then on the bottom left, you can barely see it, but hiding behind this hill is the giant and the Nasher Dashers. That unit, or this Grail Knight unit, wouldn't even slow down if it hits my giant.
Right,
so
right.
We're just waiting behind the hill.
He's playing full cav, not a single trebuchet. So
not a single artillery piece at all. No. He loves the full cav list.
Yeah,
he really does.
Yes.
So that's it, and you can see the big wrecking teams moving up.
Why play Equitaine if you're not going to play with a lot of cav?
I agree completely. I really do. I think this is the way to play the army. If you want to put a trebuchet in, that's fine.
Yep.
Don't bother with the peasants. They're home taking care of your fields.
Yep.
So we shoot these guys up a little bit. We got 2 of them. Not great. Still doesn't matter because if he makes his march test, he's going to loop around and step on my thing. Over here on the other side, we did absolutely nothing. And going to this was beginning of his turn. This is what it looked like.
Yeah, something's gone. Something happened.
All this thrown weapons over here at these guys managed to kill not a single one. I wasn't.
Can't believe those Grotlings didn't just sweep them from the field with their powerful shooting.
I wasn't expecting much, but you know.
See, those 2 extra bases may have made the difference.
It might have. That's 4 extra shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have whaled him, taught him a lesson. So the guys back here, these guys, the 3 remaining. What were they? Yeomen?
Not a yeoman, yes.
3 made their march test, looped around, came and stepped on.
Decided they didn't want to deal with him the hard way,
which is an incredibly smart move.
Yep, cheaper than that guy is.
And you can see he's doing the exact same thing over here. He made his. You can see he's actually back up a little bit. He actually lost 2 of them coming through the woods.
Oh,
because he ran. He did a march move through the woods to come step on this one. So he came over and stepped on this one with the other unit. Had I been smart, I would have done something different and, encircled him or something. Anyway, so the Peg Knights just bounce up a little bit just to get in everybody's way, stop anybody from charging. Not like I'm going to charge that Grail Knight bus, but this way I don't have any chance to.
Yeah.
One thing he did do, kind of a mistake.
Well, slow down your marching a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of made a mistake here, and that gave his flank to the Grotlings.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, the Grotlings aren't going to win, but if they charge him in the flank, they can tie him up for a minute. The other Spider Riders just kind of sat where they were and just threw more poo at this Knight unit. It's just trying to irritate him. And on my turn, as you can see, I did exactly that. Charged him in the flank. Figure it's going to tie him up for at least a round. If they turn to face, then they're going to be exposing their flank to somebody. Maybe. So, turn 2, I got ahead of myself because that was turn 2.
Are you saying the slides are out of order?
Yeah, those two were. I waited a little late to take that picture, apparently.
So it looks like when he did that, he shifted his lances around, just kind of positioning.
Yeah, just kind of shifted them around
in the
a
back.
bit.
Okay.
Nothing major here. You can see the Grail Knight still waiting for me to come over the hill, and I'm not interested at all in coming over that hill with the Grail Knights waiting there. Over here on the left, I've charged the flank of the Peg Knights with the Grotlings. The other Grotling unit moved up to kind of irritate the Grail Knights back here, and throw some stuff at them. The bot on the far right, you can see my Boar Boys coming up.
Yep. The tail end Charlie protecting them.
Hero coming up behind them, and here, Boar Riders coming up to get ready to charge here.
Right.
Boar Riders are not good after the first turn, but they really hit hard on the first turn.
Yeah.
And the Grotlings he can charge out past them, but he can't wheel twice. So if he can charge out this way, but he can't charge and then wheel back into these guys.
Because of the angle, yeah.
Because of the angle. It's a good way to get my guys.
If he goes straight, he's going to hit your Grotlings. Yeah.
Correct. If he goes straight, he hits my Grotlings. This way, he can hit me and I can get closer.
Right.
Which is a fun thing. So, that's kind of the overall picture going into the bottom of turn 2. I have almost no shooting. No shooting to mention.
You inched up with your spiders guys. Also, it looks like.
Spiders moved up a little bit. I don't... No matter what, I'm not taking a chance on one of these lances. This guy, I forgot to mention, his general over here has the virtue. He prefers the virtue of renown to the virtue of might.
Okay.
It has some advantages, and of course it has its disadvantages.
Yeah.
I mean, the virtue of might is just so good.
Yeah.
But it's got the virtue of renown, but it does work as well in defense as it does in offense, at least that way.
Right.
So that's the one thing it has going for it.
Do you remember what he gave him as a weapon?
Yeah, the Blessed Sword.
Okay.
Where you re-roll failed to wounds.
Right.
Which, I think those two are just made to go with each other. So, that's what it looks like. A lot of pictures of what it looks like. And the Spider Riders up over here.
Where'd the other ones go?
Which other ones?
The ones that were in front of the Pegasus. Oh, they're hiding behind it. They're in the woods.
They ran over there into the woods to hide behind the wings.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay.
So moving forward, you can see his damsel left the unit. Oh no! I shot and actually killed a knight.
Okay.
With my 10 throwing weapons.
Okay.
Which is a big insult. I think that angered him. So he put 4 wounds on my Grotlings and turned to face. You can see my spiders have cleared out to leave my Boar Boys. After he finishes my Grotlings on this. My Grotlings can't run.
They're 5 wounds now?
They're 5 wounds each.
The base, right? Yeah.
So he's going to be there.
So was the 4 with the crumble, or was that?
That's with after the crumble.
Oh, okay.
I was only on 1. He had 3 attacks.
Yeah.
He causes 2 wounds.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was just making sure.
But, like I said, the downside for him is he's there for these Boar Boys.
Right.
The ones on the right to come get.
Yeah, I'm surprised he turned to face you.
Well, it's his turn. He'll combat. He'll kill me in his turn.
Yeah.
And he'll turn to face wherever.
Yeah.
He might as well turn to face me and make sure I'm gone.
Yeah.
So overall, it looks like that.
I'm always paranoid of rubber lances.
Oh. So he decides to charge off the
And
spiders.
he's had enough of these guys.
Well, I killed
You
one.
say you angered him.
I killed one. He had no choice.
Vol angers.
His honor was at stake. You know, I cannot remember if that's his general or the other guy is. Anyway, one on the front right,
Yeah.
left of the lance, I guess. But he charged in the spiders there. He's real happy. He's proud of himself that he's going to beat up on 5 little teeny spiders.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's got an augment off on these guys, which was the reroll has failed. Reroll has failed to hits, I think,
Okay.
or to wounds, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Stars align or whatever that
Yeah.
spell is.
Oh, he took divination.
He took divination.
Okay.
His Grail Knights kind of shifted over here to the further to the left,
They're walking sideways.
and they can kind of doing the sideways
Doing the
walk.
crab walk.
Yes,
The crab
And-
knights.
and of
They
course
are red.
because
So
they
it
are
makes
red,
sense that it would they'd have that ability.
from there they can peek around the corner of this hill and see the back corner of my giant.
Ah.
So they're threatening him if he doesn't move. Moving over here,
And these just backed up a little bit and pivoted.
and these guys decided to back up a little bit,
Yeah.
which gave them a little bit more room for my big unit of boar boys.
Right.
There we go. These guys pivot around, look over there, and I'm lifting those
Okay.
5 spiders up. They're dead. Over here, he finished up the grotlings, of course, and turned back to face the oncoming horde. And we go to turn 3, and as you can see, I'm charging the chariot in and the boar boys in. And he elected to hold, so they're both going to be in there.
Yeah, it's unlikely he was going to get away from you being that close.
Yeah, he's not going to get very far.
And he's got to run through your grotling, so
And he's
no good
Yes.
options there.
no good options. So of course both make it. They're both very short
Yep,
charges.
yep.
Over here,
Oh. The-
this
hello.
this lance on the bottom is the one with his general in it.
Uh-huh.
I decide that both the gargantulas are going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the charge markers weren't there, but they both do, and they both make
They
it.
both make it. And being spiders is run through the woods with no problem.
And being spiders, yep, they have no issues at all. So I get onto that 2 spiders on 1 unit. That usually is a very good thing for me.
In theory, yeah. Which blessing did he take? The strength or the AP?
He took the strength one.
Okay.
He took the strength one.
It's a good choice against orcs and goblins.
Yeah, because we have nothing
'Cause
AT.
and you've got tons of strength 5. So.
Yeah. Giant moved over here and is just kind of gazing down at the Grail Knights, out of his arc, of course, and just threatening them. It would be rather imposing, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big giant. There's a better picture of that. And of course, he's checking his arcs to see if he's got my.
Clearly, you knew he didn't know about Jack's pickaxe.
He did not know about Jack's pickaxe.
Yes. Or the giant would be frightened.
Or the giant would be scared.
Yes, he'd be frightened. He wouldn't go over there. Or very angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So up on the top, you can see the grotlings and the spiders have
Yep.
both moved up to continue harassing
Keep
the Grail
chaffing him
Knights.
up.
And just keep harassing. He doesn't want to charge me because he'll get locked in place. But he's got nothing to get rid of me, to get me off of him.
Right, because he uses the 2 chaffs that he did have to
Right.
get rid of stuff.
And which is,
And he's got 3 characters, a mage and
he's got 2
battle
mages.
standard?
He's got a mage in each of the Grail units.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a BSB and
yeah, so he can't use
general.
those for chaff. I mean, I guess he could use the mage, but
you can send him as mage's chaff.
yeah.
So I charge in. I put 5 of the 6 wounds on this unit.
Yeah.
Oops, what is that?
That's when you had too much beer and you fell over.
Oh, that was odd. Okay.
Yeah.
So we crushed him. Wow. We crushed him. He runs from the one with the rank, which is the boar boys.
Mm-hmm.
So when I chase him,
Goes at an angle.
the chariot elected to hold. The boar boys chased him
Went
and
into the
pursued
woods.
into the woods. Because you can see that unit back there behind me, just looking
Yes.
from the top, just waiting for something to
It's probably
overrun.
better the chariot doesn't go in the woods anyway.
So the spiders come in and they do some damage. Here, that is not his general's unit. So things are looking really good for me because I've been able to hammer this guy really good.
So you got rid of 5 guys?
I got rid of 5 guys.
He's showing multiple.
One was in a challenge.
So he's a champion.
This is champion. His champion issued a challenge to my spider on the right has to issue
your monster spider, right? Okay.
Right, which is bad, but you know. It's
so the other spider did the 4 wounds on the rest of the unit.
Yes. So
okay.
the one spider did 4. Both spiders did 4 wounds each, apparently.
Okay.
Which is actually fairly good. Spiders against toughness 3, though, they're wounding on 2, so it's not that bad. But
the spiders but he's got a.
Well, they do have the hero on back.
He's got a 5 and a 5 as far as an armor save and a ward save, and you've got
4 and a 5 versus the spider.
Then you have, 4 and a 5. I'm sorry, and then you have the spears. So
yeah.
I mean,
so anyway, crushed this unit. Did a bit of damage to it.
But he's steadfast.
Sticks around. The Grail Knights have finally had enough.
So we're on his turn now, and he said,
and he's like, okay, fine, we can be Grotlings. We're Grail Knights.
Yep.
I made him roll.
So it's just right.
The spiders. Oh, this is what it was. This is what was kind of odd. The spiders will not rank up. The purple spider you're seeing on the bottom is supposed to be the 1.5 inches further.
Okay.
Up to the top of the board.
Okay.
He is not on the hill.
I see.
But they will not go together.
Because the legs are getting each other.
Because the legs are just get all over each other.
Right.
So the Grail Knights cannot see them because
okay.
the way he positioned, I was able to hit him
right.
without getting on the hill.
Right, right.
So that's why you'll see this.
That he maneuvered around.
The Grail Knights just circle around the giant, staying out of his arc again.
Mm-hmm.
And now from on where they are on the hill, they can charge either spider. They can threaten pretty much most
right.
of the board.
Now, are those Nashers in his front or in the flank?
Nashers are, I believe, in his flank.
It looks like the flank has.
But it won't matter.
Yeah.
Because he's faster than me with 6 attacks.
Yeah, except for the impact.
Yeah, I mean the impacts might hurt him.
Yeah.
But.
Okay, we missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Whoa.
Now
I just pressed end.
Now we're
You know what? Why would you ever? Let's pay no attention to this scrolling here. I pressed the wrong button. Wow.
You went to the okay. So I think the key is when you're on your meds. Maybe we shouldn't do this because it's making your finger twitch.
It is. I pressed the wrong button. Jeez.
As we
okay,
roll back.
there we go.
Okay.
This is where we were.
It's kind of like a DVR, but you know when you push the button and you're not paying attention
exactly.
and you go past the scene that you want,
Oops.
and you can't quite get back to it.
And you go back way past it.
Exactly. You get annoyed.
All right. So on his turn, you can see the Grail Knights have moved over here.
Okay, so the position. That's better.
Position. There we go. His other big bus over here is shifted, and you can see he also shifted his general character off to the left in this picture. He's this guy with the green. This is his general.
Oh, he shifted to the left of
He used to be on this side of
the lance.
He just shifted to the side of the lance.
So he turned the lance to face the spiders, and the Grail Knights charged.
The Grail Knights charged off the charged the Grotlings.
He left your boar boys in the woods alone.
He did. He didn't take that bait. I was kind of hoping he would charge
sure
him just to crush him.
Yeah.
But
you're hoping to charge and then run into the woods, lose some guys, and you'd smack him.
And then I would charge into the side and lose some guys. Hurt him. As expected,
I'm shocked.
Crushed this. One thing to notice for future reference for me, Grotlings are insignificant, so most people don't care about them.
Yeah, goblins.
Apparently, spiders do. So those guys that were about right where his hand are just decided they were going to be done with that.
because they don't have a minor insignificant anymore. So yeah.
No, it used to be that old pecking order with the orcs and goblins, which is gone.
You only got 2 levels now. So they ran off the table.
They ran off the table.
Well, at least your goblin hero wasn't too close and run away.
Yeah, well, he's immune to psychology.
Oh, okay.
He's fine. So he's lurking back there. Still got the guys in the woods
ready.
The 2 spiders take down 5 more knights.
Yeah.
This time he's no longer steadfast.
Right.
You can see there's a total of 1 wound on my 2 spiders.
Yeah.
So that's looking good.
Yeah, he's got a few strength 4 attacks, but that's a lot for those guys.
It is. So he breaks from this combat, and you can see where they are: purple, purple and orange spider. This is in his
Right.
turn. He breaks from this combat. I choose which one he runs from. I choose, because they're both 1 rank. I choose he runs from the purple, of course, because that puts him right into the other lands.
Right.
And the far one, the orange spider, which looks like it's all of 4 inches away with swift stride, fails to make it in.
Clearly he got stuck in some gore. It
don't-
was very slippery there from all those dead knights.
I
and he
don't
couldn't-
know what
Couldn't get his footing, you
It
know.
was so pathetic.
Yeah.
At least it was my turn coming up.
Yeah.
So that's, just disgusting. Anyway, turn 4. This is what it looks like overall. I've got a lot of stuff that can see that bus on the hill. The Grail Knights up on the hill, the back
Right.
one. The black bus
Oh, the black one, yes.
in the back. So it's looking, I'm happy with the situation. I think it's looking really good for me. These guys elect not to charge, and they just come up here to chaff him. If I charge, he may kill me all, and then reform and be able to charge on his turn. So if
Right.
I just move up and chaff him,
Right.
keeps him out of the fight.
Well, why risk 9 attacks coming in?
Yeah, I mean, what is it? If I hit him in the flank, it's 6 attacks.
Well, 9. 3 for the
Oh, and then
horses,
three
and
for
then
the
6
horses.
for the guys, right?
And he's hitting me on 3s with all of them,
Yeah.
even the horses. So,
And the guys will wound you on 3,
yeah,
so yeah.
and I may do a wound or two to him. Might even slip 3 through, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, you'll
This
slip.
is the
You'll slip them through, there's no question, but
better of the 2. The giant was out of range, but he just marched up here to get closer.
yeah, that would have been helpful in that combat.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
But the orange spider, who failed to overrun last turn, decided,
Did
okay,
manage
well,
to make
it
his-
is time to get in there.
His proper charge.
So,
He just wanted to do it the right way.
yes,
the
didn't want to just...
wanted wanted the purple guy to feel important.
He didn't have a hero on him.
Exactly.
He's not,
He was feeling a bit inferior. He needed to
inferior.
build up his confidence.
Understood.
Let him run forward. That's what a good general does.
So over here, I decide, okay, let's take another turn and get everything exactly where I want it. So you can see my cave Nasher guys come up here to the top.
And you chaff him up with some of your boar
Another
boys.
cave Nasher down here on the bottom. Boar boy is getting in position to surround him. General and the BSB have both moved over here into the woods to get within 12 of both these spiders.
I see.
So from there, they can do pretty much what they want.
But he's not in any of your units.
And
Why'd you take your general out of your unit?
what?
Why'd you take your general out of a unit?
Because he needed to get within 12 of these two.
I mean, why didn't you put him on these other boar boys?
Because of what these boar boys are. My plan is these boar boys are heading here.
Right.
And the general my plan was these 2 are going to move up to right here where the boar boys are and provide their leadership to
Okay.
both combats for next turn.
Okay. Just he fights so well. I just
He
wondering.
does, but I think now, I think I've got the fighting taken care of.
And and then you're counting on your spiders to beat that.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
Nice.
There's 2 of them.
Okay.
So, like I said, get everything in
Guess it
position.
depends how many 6s he rolled.
And you can see this. Well, as you can see, I did not issue a challenge. He did with his champion.
Uh-huh.
So this spider has to take it with
Yep.
the guy, of course, the guy with the great weapon on the back has to take this challenge. So he does, and he beats the crap out of this guy. Does a really good job. His general just unloads on my guy. He was doing D3 plus 1 wounds instead of D3, but he still, anyway. So he crushed me. He rolled 2 6s
Yeah.
and I had a wound on me. He rolled 7 wounds and killed me
Well, you had the one from before, right?
because I was carrying one from before.
Yeah.
This, as a matter of fact, I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Oh, so you're actually dead.
I'm dead. This
Oh,
one's
okay.
dead.
Okay.
He killed it out. I had 7 wounds on me. He did 7 wounds to me
Okay.
and dropped me. I did kill the other one. I did kill his champion.
You did kill his champion.
Had that going for me.
With probably some overkill, too.
I still lost this combat by quite a bit, which is a good thing. My general and BSB were both here in the woods.
Yeah.
To give me that rerollable 9 to stick around.
Did it help?
Which I did. I stuck around.
Okay.
So, and I guess I did do a single wound to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Sorry. His general hit me twice. I got two wounds through.
Mm-hmm.
Did 6 wounds to me, left me with 1. His horse kicked me in the head and killed my gargantua. His horse. I was like, oh, okay, this won't be too bad. And he's like, oh, wait, I still got my horse. And I'm like, oh, God, yeah, sure, go ahead. Bonk. Rolls a 6. I rolled under a 3. I mean, I rolled under a 4.
Yeah.
Killed my... so irritating. So irritating to have a gargantua killed by a horse. Anyway, so we got that. He... So that's where it looks like at the end of my turn. Well, bad. Anyway, so his turn, his Grail Knight's got nothing else to do. Might as well charge these guys. These guys shifted down. They elected not to charge. They just shifted down. I think he was just concerned about who was in his front and who wasn't.
I didn't think he didn't think he'd get out of your...
And he didn't think he knew
visibility,
he could kill them and run through. He's not going to go through, and that's dangerous terrain checks and everything else for him. So he elected just to move. Oh, sorry, move back. My mistake. Not down, move back. So Grail Knights, of course, finished up the Nashers, turned to face the board.
Right, turned to face. He didn't pursue. Okay.
Yeah, wanted to keep where he was. So this time his general 4 attacks, rolls 3. Of course, he's re-rolling to wound.
Correct.
Rolls 3 6s.
He's only a strength 4, so yeah.
And drops this guy. Drops another one. It's like, oh my God. This was so bad. I've never seen that guy go so nuts. I've never even had my own guy do that well. Back when it was the killing blow.
Yeah.
Just dead.
No.
But anyway.
It's always the risk. I mean, you have to...
It is. It can happen. And he dropped me outright. It's just so bad. So we go to turn 5.
What did he do afterwards?
He turned
to face that way. Okay. Yeah. Ignored your giant. Doesn't care about your giant.
He doesn't care about the giant. So turn 5. I've lost up right here. When the two spiders were on this unit, the Grail Knights up here were surrounded. I'm like, okay, we can pack up and go home anytime you want.
Yeah.
Anyway. So turn 5, I'm like, okay, well.
That's why you play to the end. You never know how the dice are going to go.
Exactly. So we're all in. Let's go get them, boys. Yep.
You had to do so many charges, you had to use your flea markers.
Something has happened to my charge markers, and I'm down to 3.
Oh, sorry, I was hungry.
Is that what it was?
I needed a snack the last time. Yeah.
And while I was playing somebody else and not looking, you stole them.
I just they're kind of like eating margarine. Did you know margarine's only 1 molecule away from plastic? I just read that. No, yeah.
Yes. All right. So, the Nasher up here on the top is in his flank. Boar Boys appear in the woods, appear in his front, or definitely in his front.
Yep.
There's a couple of weird things going on. The general is charging down here.
Okay.
The BSB has these dice for a charge marker. BSB is going up here.
Okay.
These are going up here.
Okay.
This guy, the Nasher down here, he's going up here.
Oh, he's going over there. Okay.
The Chariot is coming across this way.
Ah, okay.
And the big boar unit is coming across this way.
Oh, you got another one of these. You didn't do your like that last time. You should have drawn all your arrows.
I should have drawn all the arrows, but I think it would have filled the screen on this time.
That'd have been cool, like spaghetti.
It would have been. Because everybody except this unit is charging. Oh, and down here on the bottom left, the giant is coming into the flank as well.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
and at this point, I'm still
confident.
There's the charge marker for the giant, or the upside down flea marker.
You've got him pinned in the corner.
So
what can go bad?
We'll start off with 2 guys dying coming out of the woods.
Maybe some guys hitting a tree branch could be a bad thing. Yeah.
But everybody made it here.
So the general gets in, the chariot,
general,
and your big unit,
chariot,
and the giant.
Big unit, and the giant all in on this unit. I'm very happy about this situation. Up top, the boar unit here is in one flank, looking really good.
Yep.
The BSB has made
Characters
it all the
in.
way from in the woods. Both the hoppers, you can't see the other one, you can see the little corner of him down
Okay,
here.
the other.
Both the Nashers are in, and the two guys from the front are in.
Okay. At least they passed their panic.
And I'm looking at this again, and I'm like, you know what? I'm still ready to go home,
Yeah.
right? All right, because there's the good picture of the other Nasher in
Right.
on the bottom side. They are Grail Knights. I will point that out.
Yes.
Okay, but the Giants taking a position back here because I figure impact hits, everything else. Because I've got D3 impact hits here from the general. I've got D6 from this thing.
Right.
I figure I'll kill a couple, and before the Knights even get to go, maybe they'll be down a few, and that's one less beaten on my Giant.
Yep. Yeah.
Because he sucks.
Yeah. But they're only strength 4, so.
So, I mean, you can see I killed 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just 5.
So far, or
That's it.
okay.
That was what I did.
All right. So we still.
I killed 5, and he's steadfast and doesn't go anywhere. So, of all this, I killed 1.
Okay.
These guys here,
Yeah. That's a
you
few
can see.
strengths.
You can see they're both here. Neither one got killed. This one didn't even get wounded. Neither one of these got killed. Between the two of them, that's 7 strength 6 attacks.
Yeah, it's a lot of strength 6 attacks.
There's 3 more strength 6 attacks here. One,
Yep.
2. Sorry, that's a champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more strength 6 attacks here, and 4 strength 5 attacks here
Yeah.
from the BSB.
Mm-hmm.
And one guy
Yeah.
is dead. One.
Well, at least you get to steal his phone.
On the bright side,
The
he's steadfast,
yes,
so we don't have to worry about moving anywhere.
that's true.
One guy. One guy. So,
So you're all kind of stuck in now.
so I'm in a very bad position right now.
Depends how far those Grail
I
Knights
still
go.
think I've got the front, the one up top on the hill. I still think that one's mine.
Depends how far these Grail Knights get.
But he's got his Grail Knights down here. So on the bottom of 5, his Grail Knights go for the easier of the 2 charges.
Oh, I went for the giant and not
Yeah,
the character.
It's the easier of the 2 charges.
Yeah.
And my character's in a challenge with his general,
Yeah,
right here, corner to corner.
yeah.
So if he does come down, all he's doing is bringing combat res. He's not actually being
But
able
you're
to
not.
fight.
But you're not attached to that unit, right? You're separate.
Correct.
So he could actually hit the back.
He could hit this chariot if he wanted.
Yeah. Of that
But
chariot.
again, all he's doing is killing the chariot.
Yeah, yeah.
And the chariot at this point is no threat to him after the charge.
Well, it's more if he can win the combat. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
if he's
Then
over
he can
here
keep going and
and he
push it.
rolls well, he could actually smack into the back of those guys.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But he took the more of the sure thing into the back
Took
of the
the
giant.
easy way
Took
out.
the easy way out. And the giant is closer.
Yes.
And thumps the giant in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that. That's the only
Okay.
unit he has free to move at the time.
Yep. He's only got 2 units. Oh, 3 units.
3
sorry.
units. So, of course, no surprise here. He obliterates my giant.
They killed your giant. He's like toughness 5.
He is. He is. Yes. I did in the challenge. You can see I put a 2nd wound on his general.
You can tell it's a fluff game when you see a giant on the table.
It is. And of course,
Of course, the screen went black.
did the screen go black again? What are we doing?
You're falling back.
Jeez, I did it again, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So
Okay,
there's he
go
kills
back
the
to where we
giant.
Started. You
What's this?
you take some more medication to
This
calm
is
down your nerves.
Bad. He breaks me, of course, because he did 6 wounds, charge, rear, 2 ranks, blah blah blah. And I'm in the 2nd round of combat and manage
Right.
nothing against Grail Knights
Mm-hmm.
because I've got a lot of strength 3 attacks,
And your general didn't do anything.
and my general put a wound on his.
Okay, that's who you needed to do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean he's got his generals well protected.
Yeah.
So, so we all flee. He chases the unit chases my general
Yeah.
and kills him, runs him down like a dog, kills him.
Okay.
Chariot runs into the woods, takes a couple wounds. Over here, what is this? The remnants? No, that's my other boar unit. Because the They were within 6 inches here.
Oh, the one's back there,
Yeah.
yes.
So they fled,
Okay.
and this was a little bit closer, so they had to flee from them.
Right.
That's why they're heading out of town as well.
Okay.
There's the remnants of the big boar
That's the
boy
big,
unit
that's the big one.
heading over here.
I'm sorry, those are boar boys, or those are the...
Boar boys.
Okay, just straight boar boys, okay.
Yeah, they're all the common.
Okay.
This is my common boar boy
Right.
thing, and it's anyway. It does really well on the charge
Yeah.
sometimes.
No, I thought you had one unit of the big guys.
So we go into a second round of combat here. This time I've done much better.
Yeah.
I've put 2 wounds. This is a character, a BSB right here on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I put 2 wounds on him. He picked him up, and I felt obliged to tell him he does have 3
Now
wounds
they have 3
now.
wounds now, yes.
And he very happily put him back down.
So he lost 3 knights also.
But he did lose a couple knights on this one.
Mm-hmm.
More on the second round when I don't have him, when I
Yeah.
don't have my strength 6
Right.
than the first round. By the way, just thought I'd point that out
Yeah.
as well.
Well, you saw even your Nashers, they don't care.
So I pushed the stuff on him. Of course, he's got a rank. I do not anymore because this BSB is not in the unit.
He's a separate.
The
Yes,
BSB,
yes,
the wolf
yes, yes.
guy here on the wolf,
Yep.
was a separate charge.
So he's
So
got
it's
5.
not
He's
5.
got 4 guys. Yeah.
So I don't have a rank. He does.
So he's steadfast.
So he's steadfast.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go on to turn 6. We continue to
You
rally with the big boar unit.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. We rally with the chariot, and he turns this way just simply because that way puts him out of the arc.
Why you turn to face him?
It was top of 6, and I'm going to be able to charge anyway.
Oh, okay.
I guess I could have for aesthetics, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, top of 6, and when I rallied, he's not
Right.
going anywhere. So we go to another round of combat. I put some attacks on his mage, managed to wound her once. Pretty awesome. And that was about the extent of it.
Oh, you lost a Nasher.
And I lost my Nasher on this side, and I think I lost my Nasher on the other side
Okay.
as well this turn.
That was this round of combat. Okay.
That was this round.
Okay.
And
Smart thing to go after.
yeah, it goes off the least protected.
Yeah.
So these guys just come moving out here.
Those are the guys that were
Those
in the
guys
woods.
that were in the woods, they're still
Right.
just fleeing.
So we're on his turn now.
We're on his bottom of 6 now. He
Okay.
just moves out here. There was the objective to get into my deployment zone.
Oh, okay. So he sends a
So we send a night bus to head
lance,
towards that.
to go there, and he
And
charges with his grails and
the
gets in the
other
back of
lance
those guys.
Charges this.
Okay.
Now, looking back, this was, I guess, an illegal charge, but he should have shifted down a little bit to the left because you can't charge 2 units, right?
Right.
So he should not have been able to charge my.
Well, they could charge the
BSB
one
as
and
well.
come in the contact, correct?
Yeah, he could have just shifted down one guy, and he couldn't have touched. As long as he didn't touch my BSB, he was fine.
No, I mean he could have charged your BSB and overlapped and hit the unit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Because you could say, yeah,
Right, I'm targeting the BSB, and
Correct.
since I can't fit, I can do an incidental on the other guys.
that's cheating though, and he wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
He would just cheat me in other ways.
there you go.
He's very good at cheating in ways he doesn't know, not aware of. He doesn't cheat intentionally. So anyway, so these guys charged in here, and that's going to be the end of that. Actually, maybe he did do it right because I don't see him putting any wounds on my BSB. And my BSB, I think my BSB was in a challenge with his BSB,
Oh, okay,
and just banging it away on each other.
right.
And that's pretty much where it's going to end.
Okay, did you guys pass through
Yeah. What's
the
that?
panic check?
No,
Okay.
we broke.
Ah,
My BSB broke and ran. These guys did pass their panic
no,
check
I
and
meant
stood there.
I meant the big
Yeah,
unit
yeah.
that's there.
They stood there, leaving me with a fleeing unit of boar boys. This unit, which is full points for this unit,
Yeah, and then you have the chariot and the other unit.
and
of
then I got
warriors.
my chariot, and this is dead.
Right.
So that's it. So I have all because he did roll and pursue and catch me with
Okay.
this. So I have this. I have the big unit of boar boys, and I have the fleeing unit of boar boys and a chariot. And that's it.
Ah,
That's it.
okay.
Yeah. And he has both his Grail Knight units fully intact.
Well,
because he's
not-
got, well,
Not
three out of
fully intact, but
3 out of 8, so that's more than a quarter, more than the requirement.
it's under
Actually,
half,
he
but-
must have only had 7 in this unit, when I think about it.
yeah.
Because he had a
muffled.
mage and a
Right.
character, and he only had 9.
Yeah.
But I did get one of his lances. And I got his peg knights, and I got his yeoman outriders.
That you did.
That I did. This game was a little frustrating. It was fun. I mean, it was a very fun game, and I loved. This guy's a fun guy to play as well. But it was just I had this unit surrounded. I mean, they were hit from all sides, and I could only push 1 wound through.
Yeah.
That's anyway.
That's why we roll the dice.
Yeah, I understand, but it was just so disappointing.
Yeah.
And even the two, it was just so funny because I was laughing so much. The two Gargantulas getting dropped by that one guy. Oh, but that's the way it goes. It was a fun game.
So did he ask to take one of the little spiders off your base so he could change the headdress on his knight to a spider?
I should give him one.
Yes.
I won't now because I found he cheated and was doing D3 plus 1 wounds
Oh,
instead
okay.
of D3.
Oh,
So, yeah.
you're supposed to know better. We reviewed the army book.
Oh, that was the other thing he took too. He still had he saw the standard of discipline was still in the army.
Ah,
So he took the standard of discipline, not realizing that it's
it doesn't couldn't quite do the same thing anymore.
the text has changed on that.
Yes.
So he kind of missed that part. And I don't recall it happening, but he says he remembers a couple times rolling where he would have failed by 1
Right. I
on his
guess,
fear checks.
guess depends who had it.
No, it was fear checks, so it wouldn't have mattered. When he was in combat with the spiders,
Yeah.
with the Gargantulas.
That's what I say, it would have mattered as far as because the one lance lost the first round and stood.
Right.
So if it was that one,
That's what I'm saying. It was either
Yeah.
him or the general right beside it.
yeah.
The unit that had it
Oh,
was
I'm
the
sure.
one where his general
It would have been
was.
the general one, of
And the
course.
general's right beside
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
so he was pushing leadership
Right,
to him.
right. Yeah, yeah.
He just, again, I don't recall it happening, but
Yeah.
he says it did happen at least once, where he rolled the
Well, clearly it was your fault because everyone knows that Equitaine players are too virtuous to cheat.
I'm supposed to know the rules, so
Exactly.
it's my fault. That's,
You have
I
a U-
blame myself.
You have a YouTube channel and you're supposed to know
Exactly.
these things.
Well, I told him I was going to abuse him on the YouTube channel, so.
They-
But no, I mean, there was, like I said, there was twice when the 2 spiders got into the 1 unit,
right.
and I had this Grail Knight unit here surrounded, ready to charge before I charged him.
So since
I thought I had this was the turn I thought the game
Yeah.
was over. The second turn I thought the game was over,
yep,
and it was. Little did I know.
it was over. Just,
Little did I know he fell into his cleverly laid trap to come in and just whiff on my attacks and let him kill me.
I'm wondering what the deal is with stacking up the dice like that in the back.
He likes that.
That's clear.
It helps him.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about that.
Concentrate. See, you can see. Look at it. Caught him in action, stacking them back there.
Exactly.
But anyway, no, it was a fun game. It was a really fun game. I still love to play with a giant, even though they are
Fine, falling over.
okay. Yeah, I love to play with a giant, even though they are terrible. I pull one out every once in a while.
You just like the model.
Yep, I love the model.
It's the model. It's not anything else.
Yeah, and I like to have the big guy towering over everything.
It's because it's the model.
I guess that goes back
It's
to
back
the
to
model.
the
doesn't
model again.
It
So-
does.
it's a-
It's all about the model.
we play things because they look good, not because they make any sense in the game.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we can drag this one out for.
Yep.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Until the next time, go Equitaine.
No.